Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss about object and classes and data types and variables in Java. I hope you will definitely enjoy this video. So without any further delay, let's get started. Now the first thing is what is object and classes? Object is the physical as well as logical entity, whereas class is the only logical entity. Now let's discuss about class. Class is a blueprint which is containing only list of variables and method and no memory is allocated for them. A class is a group of objects that has common properties. A class in Java contains data member, method, constructor, block, class and interface. Next thing is object. Object is an instance of class. Object has state and behavior. An object in the Java has three characteristics: state, behavior, and identity. State represent data, value of a object. Behavior represent the behavior or functionality of an object such as deposit or withdraw, etc. Identity object identity is typically implemented via a unique ID. This value of the ID is not visible to the external user, but it is usually internally by the JVM to identify each object uniquely. Now we have to discuss some real life example of object and classes. In real life world, many examples of object and classes like dog, cat, and cow are belong to animal class. Each object has state and behavior. For example, a dog has a state, color, name, height, age, as well as behavior, barking, eating, fetching, wagging tail, and sleeping. You can see this with this help of diagram. Here is the object dog, and it has a different states such as color, breed, hunger, or it has also the behavior such as barking, fetching, wagging tail, etc. Next example we have vehicle class. Car, bike, truck, these all are belong to vehicle class. These objects have also different state and behavior. For example, car has state, color, name, model, speed, mileage, as well as behavior, distance travel. You can see this with this help of a diagram in the given below. Next one where we are to discuss is data types in Java. Data type is a special keyword used to allocate sufficient memory space for the data. In other words, data type is used to representing the data in main memory RAM of the computer. In general, every programming language is containing three categories of data type. They are fundamental or primitive data type, second one is derived data type, and the last one is user defined data type. You can see this in the diagram given below. Now let's discuss the first thing is primitive data type. Primitive data types are those whose variables allows us to store only one value, but they never allows us to store multiple values of the same type. This is data type whose variable can hold maximum one value at a time. For example, int a or a equals to 10. Here, a store only one value at a time because it is a primitive type variable. Next one is derived data type. Derived data type are those whose variables allows us to store multiple values of the same type, but they never allows to store multiple values of different type. These are the data type whose variables can hold more than one value of the similar type. In general, derived data type can be achieved using array. For example, int a array equals to 10, 20 or 30, that is valid, but int a equals to 10 in a string a and the second string is abc, that is not valid. Here derived data type stores only same type of data at a time, not store integer or character and string at the same time. Next one is user-defined data type. User-defined data type are those which are developed by programmers by making use of appropriate features of language. User-defined data type related variables allow us to store multiple values either of same type or different type or both. This is a data type whose variables can hold more than one value of dissimilar types. In Java, it is achieved using class concept. Note: in Java, both derived and user-defined data type combined name as reference data type. In C language, user-defined data type can be developed by using struct, union, or enumerated etc. In Java programming, user-defined data type can be developed by using the feature of classes and interface. For example, student S equals to new student. In Java, we have 8 data types which are organized in 4 groups. They are integer category data type, character category data type, float category data type, Boolean category data type, integer category data type. These categories data type are used to store integer data in the main memory of the computer by allocating sufficient amount of memory space. Integer category data type are divided into 4 types which are given in the following table. This is the table. These are byte, short, int and long. Byte take 8 bytes, short takes 16 bit, int take 32 bits and long takes 64 bit, and this is the range of these data types. Next one is character category data type. A character is an identifier which is enclosed within single quotes. In Java, to represent character data, we use a data type called char. This data type takes 2 bytes since it follows Unicode character set. This is shown in the table below. Now the next one is float category data type. Float category data type are used for representing float value. This category contains 2 data types. They are in the given table. These are float and double. Float take 4 bytes and double take 8 bytes, and this is the range, and number of decimal places in float are 8 and number of decimal places in double are 16. Next one is Boolean category data type. Boolean category data type is used to represent or storing logical values in true or false. In Java programming, to represent Boolean values or logical values, we use a data type called Boolean, that is shown below. Boolean, false or 1. All the data types have default value and default size. So this is shown in this diagram. Please note this diagram. Next one we have to discuss is variables in Java. Variable is an identifier which holds data or another one variable in an identifier whose value can be changed at the execution time of a program. Variable is an identifier which can be used to identify input data in a program. That says a variable name equals to value. Here variable name can be any user defined name, and equals to sign is the assignment operator and the value is the constant. Here is the syntax that given below. Variable name equals to value. Rules to be declared a variable. These are very important rules you have to keep in mind. Every variable name should start with either alphabet or underscore. That means this symbols. No space are allowed in the variable declaration. Expect underscore hyphen No special symbol are allowed in the middle of the variable declaration. Variable name always should exist in the left-hand side of the assignment operator. Maximum length of the variable is 64 character. No keyword should access variable name. So these are the rules for declaring variables. How we should declare variable in Java, in which sufficient memory will be allocated and hold default value. Syntax is data type and variable name. That is the example. Variable initialization. It is the process of storing user-defined values at the time of allocation of memory space. Here is the example that's shown in the diagram. Go through this. And the variable assignments. Values are assigned to the variable if they are already declared or initialized. So this is the syntax. Variable name equals to value, and the example is int a equals to 100, and this is the memory things that happen inside the memory. Please go through this. So friends, that's all for today's topic. If you are new to our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thank you for watching.